Mimi's been in Minnesota all week on the ground, doing investigative journalism, boots on the ground in Minnesota. What happened there, Mimi?
We're going to play some of the interviews from some of the people that I spoke to, including Attorney General Keith Ellison. I began by asking him about the pressure this operation is placing on the city. I'm talking about Operation Metro Surge and how it's stretching resources and forcing local agencies to respond in ways they weren't prepared for. Let's listen to that answer.
They're costing our state money. They're hurting our economy. And so I sued over this. If you take Pam Bondi's letter, she wrote a letter to our governor saying, turn over these items, including your voter information, and maybe things can go back, the chaos can end. And we're like, okay, so this is what this is all about. I am in litigation with the Department of Justice on every item she demanded from us. Basically what the federal government is saying, what they cannot get through a court, what they're not legally entitled to receive from a court, they're just gonna stick a gun in our face and say, hand it over.
Damn.
That's what's going on. And I know your listeners are like, oh, come on, Keith, you're being dramatic. No, they're not just dropping one gun in our face. They're dropping 3,500 guns in our face. So I say to anybody across America, they may not be gangster in your neighborhood right now, but they will be, because Trump and them gave them, in the big ugly bill this summer, $75 billion plus another 10 with no guardrails.
Yeah. And we also went over broader concerns, whether the administration's actions are crossing constitutional lines, the freedom of press, and what ordinary people can do if they believe that those freedoms are under pressure. Let's listen to that.
And this is what we call dictatorship, authoritarianism. And I'm a little worried that we're not quite coming to grips with what it is that we're facing. And even if we do accept that's what we're facing, we need to be much more aggressive in countering that.
And how do we do that, though?
Well, I think the free independent media at Breakfast Club is very important. You can't do anything about that which you don't know anything about. And so, you guys over there at Breakfast Club doing a great service by just making sure people know what's happening. So that is critical. That's why all of us got to be real nervous about what happened to Don Lemon and to Georgia Ford. And which is why, Mimi, I got to tell you, I think it took a lot of guts for you to come to Minnesota, walk around, ask people some questions. You're a threat because Trump wants everybody to believe that Minnesota is just full of bad people doing bad things. It is the federal government that has created unsafe circumstances in Minnesota.
Attorney General Keith Ellison speaking quite plain. Drop on the clue bombs for AG Keith Ellison. I love that. I know exactly what we're facing. It is authoritarian strategy. It is leaning heavy on fascism, but I just feel like we should be doing more except talking about it.
He said they are collecting evidence. They are doing what they can do from the state point of view. And no matter what people think, they're still doing their own investigation. So.
Quiet on the set. Hey, y'all, what's up? It's Loren, and I got to tell y'all something. If y'all want to go and watch the rest of the Breakfast Club episode, you got to head on over to Netflix. And when you get there, make sure you turn on the notifications, those reminders, so every single time we post the episode, you'll know first. That's an exclusive right there. Boom, just gave it to you.